Illegal immigration has been a hot topic in the 2024 U.S. presidential election. Some argue an influx of illegal immigrants pose a threat to national security. However, others claim tough deportation policies, such as those endorsed by Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump, are not actually enforceable. Danny Cho has the story.
For many asylum seekers who have just arrived in New York City, this is their first stop, a former school that has been converted into an asylum center. During peak times, over 1,000 people can be seen lining up awaiting processing. Later, they would be accommodated in churches or temporary shelters where they get free access to food, clothing, and showers. Though New York is more than 2,000 kilometers away from the U.S. southern border, the city is still plagued by the problem of illegal immigration. Over the past 2 years, the Republican governors of Florida and Texas have sent thousands of migrants on buses and planes to cities run by Democrats, including New York. Brooklyn City Council member Susan Zhuang said many residents have lodged complaints about the rising number of illegal immigrants, which they say has led to a deterioration of hygiene and security in the area. She has proposed the screening of migrants to be streamlined and made more efficient. Zhuang mentions the local health bureau is too understaffed to collect excess litter, and the crime rate in the area has risen amid a shortage of police officers. Zhuang said, "It's not that we do not accept immigrants, but that we hope to have well-behaved immigrants, not gangsters or serious criminals." Around 870 million illegal immigrants have flocked to the U.S. in the past 3 years. Over 82% of them were from Mexico. Carlos entered the United States illegally from El Salvador 20 years ago to seek better living conditions. Now working at a car dealership, he pays taxes on his earnings, but is not entitled to Medicare benefits. Carlos said undocumented migrants like him mostly fill the jobs that many U.S. citizens do not want. As for Republican nominee Donald Trump's proposal for mass deportation of illegal immigrants, Carlos viewed it as blatant racism, arguing it is impossible to enforce.
He just like to see white people next to him, that's it. Immigrant people, they still is gonna cross the border. It doesn't matter what they wanna do. It doesn't matter how many walls they wanna build. There is no opportunity. So that's why they need to cross the border.
A highly controversial policy by Donald Trump during his presidency was building a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. The project came to a halt after Joe Biden assumed office in 2021, in line with mainstream public opinion. Yet, recent polls showed a shift in attitude towards the policy. Over half of those surveyed are now in favor of building the wall. Danny Cho, TVB News.